Welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint. Today we are taking a look at the Witcher diorama from Wicked. But before we get started,
PCBWay are proud sponsors of the channel. They offer industry-leading 3D printing services covering all types of materials and processes. They also offer industry-leading online CNC machine services from milling, machining, and turning in all the materials you could possibly need. They also offer a fully online prototyping PCB service. Everything from assembly through to design, you can do it all online with an easy system to use for quality. So for all of your needs, check out PCBWay in the link in the video description.
So today's video is sponsored by Sunlu. We are sponsored as a channel by Sunlu, so all of our filament and all of our resin from now on will be from Sunlu. And check out a link in the video description. FYI, it is a commission link, so if you do it, it doesn't cost you anything else, but it is a way for you to help out the channel and show your support. So, the Witcher model. I did a bunch of this paint job on a live with Gallowaypaints on TikTok, who does amazing miniatures and things like that. Absolutely go and check out his channels. He's really, really good. This is a really challenging paint job for a few reasons. Witcher's armour is basically brown, but it's very slightly different browns. There's sort of the leather chaps, and then the boots are a different leather, and then his midriff piece is a different leather, and all of that, and quite hard. And then it's not a Leshen. This is a the fiend that he is riding is a little bit more complicated. I am doing better with my flesh tones, but what I haven't yet mastered is the ability to take what I do in flesh tones and translate it to other colour palettes. So you'll have seen the video we did previously where Mike did the Beast, where he just took the same process he does for flesh tone and he translates that into a blue palette rather than a flesh palette and comes up with an amazing beast. I haven't got there yet, and it's a journey that I'm on. We're all on together. I do like the way this came out. It was meant to be greyer than it is. But much like with my fairy the tooth fairy that I did from Hellboy all those years ago, it isn't grey, it's purple. And he looks very urgent. So I did really enjoy doing this, and we did a little bit of work on the diorama element. We'll do some 360 videos in a minute. I did really enjoy doing it. Assembling this was really easy. It's a Witcher model. They go together fantastically. The vast majority of this is... so all of Witcher is resin, but all of the Fiend and all of the base are FDM. I was really worried about how the FDM was going to come out. The FDM side was printed on my X1 Carbon and my K1C Max from Creality. And honestly, I can barely tell the difference between the Fiend and Geralt. I really thought, I was really concerned that there was going to be a really, loads of support marks and scarring, and it wasn't going to come out the way that I wanted, and there was going to be a real quality contrast between the two. But actually, there really isn't. FDM printing has come to a point where, certainly on larger stuff, it will still struggle when it comes to the miniatures, but on larger stuff, I'm honestly really impressed with where we're at. Let's do a quick 360 of the model, and I'll talk to some of the elements that I really like. So, there's some parts of this that I'm really proud of. I really, really like his face. I think the way the flesh tone came out, the way his hair came out, and his eyes and the stubble, I'm really, really happy with how that looks. I tried really hard on trying to make all the browns stand out, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. I will say that the horns came out a little bit more yellow than I was originally going for. I was originally going for a bone ivory look with then trying to make them look a bit aged. These look super aged. So there's that. I really like the way his mouth came out. Looks all wet and spiteful and everything else. So that's really good. Not a fan of the fire. I still haven't managed. If someone out there knows a good technique on how to make fire just look passable, I'm not asking for it to look like real fire, right? I'm not. I know that that's not something we're realistically going to be able to do. But if someone's got a tutorial, a really good one on how to make fire just look better, then please link it below, or just let me know who did it, because I'm really struggling with fire at the moment. That being said, I love the diorama element of the base. So this model is actually part of a larger model where the Fiend is completely full and Witcher and Ciri are both in the diorama. I'm trying really hard to pull myself back from making giant models, although ironically I've literally just made a life-size bust of Iron Man that will come on the channel soon. But like, I'm trying to make things that are a bit more manageable. They go on the shelf if people wanted to reach out for a commission. They're a bit more of a manageable size. Like the Daredevil and Kingpin model that we did still dominates the industrial racking that it's on. Doesn't even fit on that. And that just took so long to finish, really sucked my energy out. This is one of those models where it really reversed my burnout. So I don't know how you guys feel sometimes, but when you're painting, there can be times where you just sort of go, oh, actually, I don't really think I want to do this. Like, I don't think I want to do this model, or I don't think I want to do this particular. I just don't. I'm not enjoying painting it. Generally, I don't enjoy painting anyway. I kind of did enjoy painting this, and it really sort of refired me a little bit, because I was having a real lull where I was just like, I'm just not loving it. Again, this is a Wicked model, so it was always going to be really detailed. It was always going to be really good. I love the fact that they've included both the crossbow and the dual swords on the back. You've got the hook on the side. You know, I love the fact that I love the way the Witcher emblem has gone on. You know, I love the fact that the belts on his chest are three-dimensional, and there's a gap behind them, which is how belts would be, right? They're leather belts that are holding something. They won't always be tight to your body. When you're in an action scene, they would be lifting off the body. So it's not just a texture that's applied. It's truly three-dimensional. And I really like that. I like the depth and the detail. It does also make it quite a bit easier to paint them as well, because they're lifted away from the rest of the body, so you haven't got to, like, pen down the side of them. I really like the way stitching came out and things like that. It's a really good model. It's detailed. It came out just how I wanted it to. I think the proportions are probably right, but the Fiend is very dominating in the diorama. And if what you're doing is a diorama, then that's fine. I was kind of doing this to have a really nice Geralt sculpt. And it's sort of... It's a Fiend with a side order of Geralt, rather than Geralt, you know, being the centre stage. But I think if it had just been Geralt on his own, I don't think that would have been as good. So I'm really happy with how it came out, and I hope you guys like it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free and it helps out the channel immensely. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you on the next video.